Alright, here are with some Invincible versus. I'm actually getting to make a video on this, unlike Tokon, because, you know, college is pretty busy. However, this beta dropped right when my college break started, so that's great. Anyways, we're just going to get right into it. I think that this game is amazing. I think this game is very fresh and unique compared to a lot of fighting games today, because... And I do think that the fact that it's a 3v3 team-based fighter hurts the image of the game. I don't think it hurts the actual game, I just think it hurts the image, the general public perception of the game, because, yeah, it's another 3v3 fighting game. And it doesn't look as good as something like Tokon, although I actually really like the way this game looks. But I know it doesn't look super AAA, blah blah blah, whatever. You know, the animation isn't as good as Arc's is, blah blah blah, yeah. But the actual gameplay itself is very unique in today's fighting game world. You know, a lot of games boil down to being an anime fighter or a street fighter, which obviously is all stuff that I love. But to the general public, this game could look like, oh, just another 3v3 fighter. But if I were to describe this game best, I would say, imagine if Marvel 3 played... No. Imagine if Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite had assist, but a lot of the mechanics were taken from Killer Instinct. That is the best way that I can describe this game. Because, and to compare it to Tokon is not really a team-based fighting game. You don't have much of a reason to switch characters in Tokon. In this game, you have to switch characters. It's the only way to refill your combo meter. If you don't know, this game has a combo meter like Killer Instinct. You'll see it below the hit counter, the combo counter. It's like a little bar. When the bar fills up, the combo will drop no matter what. You can lower the bar mid-combo, though, by switching characters. So that's like, that's that whole thing. And then switching characters will also refill your boost meter, which is the yellow stuff. And the boost meter is very important. So anyways, you cannot play this game without switching characters. You have to switch characters.
You're the best.
To compare that to Tokon, where in the first Tokon beta at least, there was almost no reason to switch characters unless you literally just felt like playing someone else. So, yeah, that is something that I enjoy. But because of the way that system works, you can pretty much convert any stray hit into a full combo. Now, I don't know if that's broken. I don't know if this game is broken. Yeah, it's gonna have some messed up stuff, but I can't tell you if this game is super just unbalanced, just crazy stuff, because nobody is breaking tags. So, like I said, you can tag off of any hit in this game, and it will lead into a full combo, and it will reset the combo meter. So that's very strong, obviously. The thing is that if you press a button when your opponent tags, you can literally stop them from tagging in. Just like Killer Instinct with like a combo breaker or a counter breaker, whatever, you can time a button press to when your opponent's character tags in mid-combo, and you will just stop them from continuing the combo. I have not done that once to anybody, and nobody has done that to me. I have about 4-ish hours on the game, a little under 4 hours on the game, and it just hasn't happened. It's something that you really need to play the game to get that awareness. But with that being said, because it's such an important mechanic, I can't tell you how the game is going to play once people are, you know, oh, I got a straight hit, I'm going to tag someone in, and then they get counter tagged. So the combo, you know, it doesn't turn into a full combo off of a straight hit. It's complicated, but if you play Killer Instinct, you'll probably have an idea of what I'm talking about.
I can't let you do this.
Yeah, I can't really say how that works because no one's doing it. And it seems like it is, the entire game is balanced around it. At least from what I'm assuming, the entire game is balanced around the fact that you can counter any tag, but no one's doing it. So, yeah. But overall, I like the way the game looks. I know it's not as good as Pokemon, but I don't think this game looks bad at all. I enjoy... okay. I'm going to sound like such a casual when I say this, okay? But as a giant fighting game fan, I really enjoy the violent side of this game. I like the gore and the blood. And the reason that I like it is because this game reminds me of Mortal Kombat X in a way. And Mortal Kombat X is my favorite fighting game, and something that you can do in Mortal Kombat X is brutality. Now, Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 11 have brutality, but the difference between them and Mortal Kombat X is that you can do a brutality at almost any time. You can convert almost any combo. You can have a 4 million hit long combo, and at the end of the combo, you can end it with a brutality. And you can pretty much end it with almost any brutality you want that your character, that your variation has. Like, you can combo into brutalities. It's so sick. In Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat 1, there's not a lot of brutalities, and you can't really combo into them all the time. Sometimes you can, but also some of them have like really dumb requirements. Anyways, the violence of MK1 and MK11 is mainly in the fatalities, and personally, I just think fatalities are really boring and just bland. You're watching the same cutscene every single time at the end of the game. It's just like, can we move on? So I don't even do fatalities in those games. I'll do fatalities just to see them for the first time, and then after the first or second time, I never do a brutality. I just want to get a fatality. I just want to get the game going. This game, however, if you finish, first of all, the hits in this game feel amazing. The impact in this game is really good. Like slamming someone into the ground, and like the impact frame, the screen flashes white, and then like freeze it. Like there's a really good amount of hits done. Just impact is really good in this game, which is also what's in Killer Instinct. So yeah, this game might have my favorite just hit feel of the modern generation of fighting games. It's the way hits feel, and then what I'm going to get into now is when you finish someone in this game, almost every super attack and almost every special move, yes, just normal special moves, have a brutality, a finisher animation, where obviously you will kill the opponent. Like Invincible has a special move where he just flies forward and punches you in the face. That's it. If you finish someone with that, he will literally just knock their noggin right off their head. Right off their head, right off their body. Like, he will just punch your head straight off. It's the most generic, basic special move in the game, and it has a special finisher when you finish someone off with that move. That goes for almost every special move in the game. It'll just result in some violent, bloody dismemberment. And again, I'm not a casual fighting game player, but it sure sounds like I am when I say that. But I think it adds to the uniqueness of the game, because there is no fighting game, not even Mortal Kombat, that really puts the gore in the gameplay. Like, a lot of modern Mortal Kombat, the shock factor and the gore is in the cutscenes, the fatalities. Of course, there's still brutalities, but again, they're very specific, very, you know, just, you have to really do a lot to get them. But in this game, like right here, this super is going to end in a brutality. Bam, dead, super dead. But that's not just the supers as well. Like I said, every special move, almost every special move, will have a brutality-like finisher, not even just the supers. And that really adds to the fun factor. I don't know, it makes this game has some of the most satisfying combos that I've felt in a fighting game in a long time. And I think that that is a big reason why. Because it's just like, oh, when you finish someone off, like, they die. It's not just like a splatter of blood and then they fall over, or, you know, it's not like a cutscene where you get put into a fatality. It's like, they die. And to me, that makes this game feel like such an invincible game. I don't know how they did it, but this game just feels like an Invincible game. It doesn't feel like a Marvel superhero game with Invincible characters. It doesn't feel like a Marvel game. It doesn't feel like, it just doesn't feel like a Mortal Kombat game. It feels like an Invincible game.
Too bad, man.
Which I think they really nailed. They really did a good job because the hits are like really impactful, and then, you know, they explode into a million pieces. I've never seen it in a fighting game besides Mortal Kombat, but there's just something, it feels like Mortal Kombat if the characters were superheroes. Like they had like these super insane, you know, Superman-like powers. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really like, it just feels like Invincible. Like it feels unique to Invincible. Something that only Invincible can do. So I think they nailed that. The whole feeling, the whole violent aspect, I think they just did an amazing job. And to me, I don't know if it's ever going to wear off, but to me it just adds to the fun of the game. Which is interesting because, like I said, as someone who I wouldn't consider myself a casual fighting game player at all, I don't really care about that stuff in Mortal Kombat. But with this game, I don't know, it's just something that I've noticed, and it just adds a little bit of oomph to the game. But with that being said, I don't think that this game is going to do well in the casual audience, because even though the game has one-button special moves, and even though the game is violent, it's a very complicated game. Like, there's just a lot going on. And the average guy who just wants to see stuff bleed and, you know, stuff happen like in Mortal Kombat, they're going to struggle a bit on this game, because it is a very hardcore fighting game. Pretty broken too, so far, seemingly, I don't know, but little broken, hardcore, 3v3 crazy fighting game. And obviously Invincible is very popular, and it's going to have like a big casual audience, and I don't think that this game successfully attracts a casual audience. Just because it has one-button specials doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's a hardcore fighting game. And for me, that's a great thing, but for the overall health of the game, I mean, I'd rather it be like this than be some, you know, goo goo gaga baby game. But at the same time, I don't know what this is going to do to the overall community. The only way to actually figure that out is for the game to come out. But I like the game. I like the game a lot. For me personally, I like it. And I think that I like... Now, again, I've probably played about 12 hours of Tokon, and I've played about 4 hours of this. From my first impressions of this, I think I like this more than Tokon. Tokon boiled down to doing the same thing every time. But in this game, I don't really see a BNB, a meta combo, whatever you want to say. Because a lot of this game comes from stray hits. Now, of course, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite had BNBs. But if you've played that game, you know that there's a lot of just scrambling, a lot of just crazy stuff going on, just converting off of stray hits. And to me, this game has a very similar feel where it's like, you can't really have a BNB in this game, like a go-to combo, because you're going to be in the most awkward positions landing hits that you have to confirm off of, and you just have to come up with something that will keep the combo going. And the game is pretty high damage as well, so most combos will do the job. You just have to come up with something. And to me, that makes the game more interesting than Tokon, because by the end of the Tokon beta, I was doing the same Iron Man combo over and over and over again, because it was just good. But for me, in this game, I'm really utilizing all the tools. You know, characters can just do a ground bounce whenever they want. You know, specials, the EX specials, everything is just... Like, I haven't grinded the game, so it hasn't gotten to feel samey yet because I haven't grinded it. But it feels like the game requires you to just do something depending on the situation, and not depending on the game plan that you've already thought up already. It seems like you have to just react to what's happening to you rather than condition your opponent to be put into a planned state, you know what I mean? Like, you just have to go with the flow. Which, to me, it seems like it's going to stay that way because that's how Killer Instinct was. But overall, we will see. I have a very high hope for this game. It did not disappoint. I will say that. It did not disappoint. I was hyped for this game when it got announced. It did not disappoint. I don't think that this game's going to be full price. I think it's $40. They haven't really announced the price, but I'm going to assume it's going to be the same price as Killer Instinct, which I believe is like $30 or $40. Which is nice because obviously the competition for this game is Tokon. And this game, the roster in this game is really amazing. I really love the roster in this game. I think everyone feels super unique so far. But obviously, it's not going to have the same impact as a roster of Marvel characters. Even though Invincible is popular, and the characters are good, it's not like they're just lame characters, but it's not going to hit the same as, you know, Marvel characters. So, obviously, the graphics not being as good as Marvel, the roster, you know, it doesn't have those big names, obviously. I mean, Invincible is pretty big now, but you know what I mean. I think this game is going to have some tough competition, but with that being said, I can't help but like this game a lot. Like, more than I like Tokon. So, I don't know. There's a Tokon beta in about 2 weeks, so there could be an updated build that will fix some of the stuff that, some of the problems I have with Tokon. We'll see what that means, we'll see what that entails, but overall, my first impressions of this game are very good. I will see if I make another video, maybe with some time put to the game. Maybe the game gets annoying, I don't know. Maybe the game gets annoying and just frustrating. We'll see, we'll see. I'm definitely going to put some more time in over the weekend. Overall, having fun with this game. I think that it's in a very good spot, but obviously there's a lot that needs working on. But I think that this is a good start, and yeah, I'm excited to see the full roster. I really want Conquest. I will be playing this game. Pleasantly surprised, although I was already hyped, and I have faith in the Killer Instinct devs. You know, like, sub, and yeah. Peace.